What's up, everyone? This is ICHI from the Wiseguys, and today I'm bringing you my third place, going second Sky Striker with a DP package from the Swedish Regional 2002. I'm super excited. The COVID restrictions had let up, and I get to play at the sanctioned event again. I had a ton of fun. I had a great time, and I hope you guys get to play at sanctioned events soon when your restrictions let up. And let's just pray it will be very soon. Speaking of events, this event was actually really stacked. It was 60 players, and that means 6 rounds of Swiss, and that's actually a huge amount of players for a small community like us here in Sweden. And we were actually so glad to see that so many people wanted to play after the restriction had let up, and that's just so how much we're still growing as a community. Honestly, I was actually pretty shocked that I managed to perform this well with this deck, which is one of my favorite decks of all time. And I, but I honestly think it's not the greatest in the format going forward because the deck just can't keep up with much. But I still decided to play it because like this and I wanted to have a great time since it was like a return back to events deck, and I'm just glad I managed to do it with my favorite deck. That was just a great feeling overall. Quick over my matchups then. Round one was Invoke Domenica, and that was my friend who I helped build his deck. So I pretty much know his deck inside and out. So I could 2-0 him pretty easily. Round two, I won against Dinos. Round three, a pretty interesting matchup, which was Mystic Mine Final Countdown Burn, and he made me go first, and I summoned Ray. He summoned activated a card called Contacting Sea, I think the name is, and or Consecrating Sea, I don't remember. It basically says you can't link summon unless you use this card. So I just made into an anaconda and summoned DPE, and that was pretty much a game. And yeah, round four was a friend of mine playing Dragon Link, and it was a really great time we had back then. Round five, also Dragon Link, which I also won, and then round six, which I played against Herman Hansen, a great friend of mine, and he played 60 card 10 Sword Soul Adventure, and he destroyed me 2-0 really easily because my opening hand game one versus him was Triple Ray, Call by the Grave, Imperm, and I think I drew Celestial Full Term, and he ended up 4 negates, so yeah, what can you do? But yeah, before we go into the profile, make sure you subscribe to our channel, the Wiseguys TCG, and ding the notification bell so you won't miss a single upload. And leave a comment down below if you feel like it. And of course, leave a like. That really helps us out. So without further ado, let's just go into deck. So since we're playing the Sky Strikers, we're playing Triple Ray, Triple Rose. You could argue if you want to play a third Rose. I personally just want to play two because I hate opening way too many Sky Striker monsters in my hand. So two just felt so really good. And it's also a gamble if you want to brick with no Sky Striker names in your hand or too many. And I just felt that it feels like better if you just open no names, because then you have hand traps to you let your opponent not play the game. And the spells, the broken ones, Widow Anchor, Self-Extraordinary, and then we have Shark Cannon, which yeah, since Eldritch is around, I decided to play it as a 2. Otherwise, I would be just playing as a 1-off, but searchable out versus that deck because you can't keep up versus it. And then the Hornet Drones, this card is amazing because you just drew it. You search it every time when you go into DPE package, so you have a play afterwards. And Afterburners, I want to play a second one all the time, but DPE just does it, so you don't have to do it anymore. AIRFAIR, not so good anymore, but you just send it to summon array or monster, so you can extend the attack for game. And the main reason why the cards this deck is actually good is Engage and Multi-Roll together with everything else, which makes everything a loop. But yeah, it's 50 names overall, and you see them pretty much all the time. Next is Hand Traps, which is 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 ghost spell, and 3 impermanence. I decided to play a lot of hates versus the adventure engine, and these 9 cards helps versus this, and this helps versus Scythe. These also gonna help versus Scythe if they choose not to destroy the DPE. But yeah, it was really great. I don't think I would cut anything. And also, if you haven't known, I don't play Veiler, which means I don't play halq Fibrax, because I feel like halq Fibrax is actually a Winimore card. So yeah, it's decided to cut it to play just DP, because the deck just is better with it, it feels like. And then the broken package, which is Fusion Destiny and the Celestial and Dasher. I think I drew Celestial a couple games, but yeah, I still managed to win. That just tells you how broken that card is, right? And then for the tech cards, which was Triple Droplet and Pancratops. Yeah, Pancratops was actually really overperforming this weekend. He put some real pressure against Dragon Links and helped me versus, I think it was my friend playing Invoked. I don't remember. But yeah, and Droplet is just the name of the format. You need this card going forward. And there's some funny interactions you can use. You can activate, for example, Engage. They try to negate. You chain Droplet. You send the Engage and a monster. So they can't respond with a spell and a monster. So you get the Engage to graveyard, and that counts that you have another spell in the graveyard. So it resolves on the field, but you have now an extra spell in the graveyard, and that can actually trigger the other spell, the Sky Striker cards, which was really insane. And then we have the one of Terraforming to search Area 0, and Mystic Mine, win con of its own, and help me win against Dragonlink. And then Consistency cards speaks for itself. And then Call by the Grave, which is one last minute change. Before that, I was playing Pot of Avarice, but I decided to cut it because I wanted something that can help me versus Eldritch. And it actually worked really fine. And for the extra deck, we played 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, 2 Hayate, 1 Kaina, and 1 Seek. Pretty much wanted to play a second Seek, but instead of that, I decided to play the Broken Link 2, which was dark. It helped me so much the whole event. Steal DPAs, steal something from the graveyard. And dark is a really generic type, so one of the reasons I decided to build this deck, because how I came to cut the halq and Selim package overall. But sure, you have harder time killing, but you still can summon access code with the dark, because you summon something, hopefully a Link Monster, or you can summon Extend, and then you get to Girsu, and you get to it's actually out to the rune, and it's climbs into an access code if you have an extra monster, which you pretty much can do by sending an Area 0 to summon it. So that's a way. And then the Anaconda and the DP, these cards are just insane. It's just helps you win the game more, or it just wins the game for you that you should have lost. And it's just insane that it's actually so easily working out. And then we have 2 tokens, of course you need them. And then for side deck we have 3 Nibiru's, 3 Lancias, and 3 Cosmic Lightning Storms for the back row hate. And Dark Runemore, I pretty much never sided this in. I should have sided in this versus Herman, sorry for the glare. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole deck. Actually, as I said, really glad this deck performed this well, and I'm happy that I got 3rd place with it. Lastly, I just want to say a huge thank you to my team for always supporting me and being there for me, and shout outs to Anton Olsson for helping me theorize and build the deck, and of course to my good friend Jonathan Jungman, who helped me support with cards. And it's just a really shame you weren't at the event. I really missed you, bro. But yeah, that's the deck. So leave me down in the comments what you guys think, and don't forget leave a like and comment. Leave a like. That's what I was supposed to say. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great one, everyone.